What is going on, folk? It's NimbleThor here, and welcome back to my mobile gaming quest, where today we are playing Soccer Royale, which is basically Clash Royale, but for football instead. A pretty smart idea, to be honest, and it works actually so much better than I had anticipated. The game has been made by Generic Games, by the way, which we of course know here in the channel because they have made a couple of games that we've covered already, such as Cover Fire and Skull Towers. You guys might have heard of or played those games already as well. But in Soccer Royale, we set up a deck of players, we pick a formation for the playing field, and then we head into these 1 versus 1 PvP real-time matches. Unlike Clash Royale though, combat is actually, despite what I just said, combat is turn-based, not real-time, which means we first get to pick a card to replace one of our standard football players with, and then we shoot, and then it's the opponent's turn. So the opponents have taken their turn, so now it's our turn. So we may actually have a chance, if we're really lucky, of scoring a goal already here from the beginning. So I'm gonna take this Finn guy here, this card from my deck, replace him with the standard player on the playing field there, and we're gonna drag down, and we're gonna shoot for it. Oh, that was close though, but we sadly hit their goalkeeper. So now it's the opponent's turn, and we keep going like this. We keep replacing players on the field with players from our hand instead. So each of these players, of course, have special abilities. They have different strength, they have different kick strength, they have different HP, and so on and so on. Because eventually they will lose all their HP, and then they turn into normal players again, and what we then have to do is that we have to replace them with a new player from our hand. Look at this though. This is not good. They have a pretty good chance at scoring here with the guy. Yes, look at that. With the guy over there on the left side. They failed though. All right, this is great. We may actually, with a bit of luck, we may actually be able to, with Chip here, this guy is really, really powerful. We may be able to score a goal here if we can aim correctly. So let's aim and shoot. And nope. Not enough power, sadly, even though Chip was actually one of the most expensive heroes or cards or players that we have on our hand. You guys can see that we have some energy in the bottom, just like you have mana in Clash Royale. And so each of these cards also have a mana or an energy cost. And right now that means that we can't really deploy any new players to the field, so we have to just make do with what we have. Maybe we can spin this if we go all the way over here. Let's go for it. No, we missed though. That's not good. And now there's only 4 seconds left on the clock. Guys, what do we do? I think we have to replace this one. Luckily, we go into extra time, as you guys can see, because nobody has scored anything yet. So let's see if we can aim this one correctly. Oh, yes, we are perfectly set up for a goal next round though. But of course, the opponent now has to take their turn. There's 80 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if they can actually get the ball away from us. They can. Ah, man. This is going to be tricky, but I have an idea, guys. This is what we're going to do. We're going to deploy this guy over here on the right top side, and then we're going to spin to win here. Oh, man. So close all the time. I mean, we're pretty equal, it seems, us and the opponent here. Both are doing somewhat okay, but none of us are really able to score any goals whatsoever. That was pretty close, though. So now let's play Finn and get this ball out of here. Alright, I don't think they'll be able to. They may actually be able to score a goal now if they use the guy there in the top right corner, which they don't for some reason. Oh, this is perfect. Guys, this is our opportunity. Look at this. This is our one chance. Come on. We can do this. No. 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 We missed it. Oh, man. Oh, snap, we missed it. Have you guys played this game already, by the way? Let me know in the comment section down below. It's not unlike Rumble Stars, which also recently released. I actually wanted to play Rumble Stars and share that experience with you guys, but the game lagged so much here on my Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus for some reason, so I'm not really gonna play that one, sadly. But if you find this concept interesting, I'd definitely recommend you guys to check out that one as well. That one is played in real time, though, by the way, whereas this one, of course, is turn-based. Guys, come on, we can do this. Let's aim properly. Go for it. No! How could we have been so close and still fail? This is, this is actually the biggest flaw of this game, is that sometimes nothing really happens in these matches. I mean, we've waited for 3 minutes now, the initial 90 seconds and then the 90 seconds overtime, and it's not like anything interesting really happened. So we scored 0 goals, the opponents scored 0 goals. We can win in 2 different ways, by the way. We can win either by having 1 goal scored by the time those 90 seconds end, or we can score 2 goals and then win immediately. Let's go unlock some new cards, though, so that we can level up our players so we become even stronger. We got some premium currency. We also got some gold. We got some Vuvuzela. Oh, Vuvuzela, nice. I remember those. And then we've got some more of the Chip character, which is a pretty rare one, so that's nice. Do we want to upgrade Chip here? I feel like we should probably upgrade him. He has 75 in power, which is pretty strong. He does not have a lot of shooting power, though, and it's gonna cost us 400 gold to upgrade him. So maybe let's go for this one instead, NG. I really like NG, so let's upgrade her. 150 gold is what it's gonna cost, and now she's as strong as she possibly can be with the amount of cards that we have. I do want to upgrade this guy as well, because we actually end up using him quite often, and he has quite a bit of shooting power, 23 in shooting power now, and we can upgrade him even further, all the way up to, I think, 24, maybe even 25. Yes, because we can upgrade him once more. And that was it. We need one more of his cards in order to upgrade him again. We can open this chest though as well, so let's do that right now. Obviously, this is one of the ways that the game has chosen to monetize, because we can pay to unlock these loot boxes immediately, or we have to wait for quite a long time to unlock them. Look at this, guys. Let's say we want to open this one over here, for example. We have to wait 8 hours. This one we have to wait 3 hours. So let's open this one, and now we also have an opportunity to reduce the waiting time by half by watching an advertisement. So that is how the game monetizes. Apart from that though, there are of course multiple in-app purchases that allow us to buy these loot boxes immediately for premium currency, and the in-app purchases go all the way up to $100. So this system is pretty much exactly like in Clash Royale. It means that we can probably compete as a free player if we wait long enough. We just have to keep grinding those chests, keep waiting for them to open, and it's going to be a very, very long and tedious process of waiting for us to get the good cards that we actually want to use, or the good players that we actually want to use, and then upgrade them enough to be able to compete with those players who have spent money on the game. But we can do it. Just like in Clash Royale, you can compete in Clash Royale as a free player, and I think you will be able to compete in this game as well. Something that will definitely help you as a free user though is if you're okay with watching advertisements, because there are lots of opportunities to watch advertisements in this game. Whenever we won a match, for example, we can six double the amount of gold that we've gotten from that match if we're okay with watching an advertisement. So I'm pretty sure that some of you guys will really hate a system like that because you don't want to watch advertisements. But for a free player though, who just wants to enjoy this game, I think it's a pretty okay system. Just be aware of the fact that you're going to watch a lot of advertisements if you want to optimize the amount of gold you get as a free player. Well, as a paying user as well, but as a free player, you really need that gold because you're not paying for it. But on that topic, though, I'm really curious to hear what you actually think about advertisements. Are you guys okay with watching them? I just know that a lot of people over on Reddit really don't like watching advertisements. But what about you guys here on YouTube? Are you okay with watching advertisements? Do you watch them every now and again? Do you skip them if you can? Let me know that in the comment section down below. And, you know, both me and you guys will be able to see how the Nimble squad thinks about video advertisements, incentivized video advertisements specifically in mobile games. So let's see how we're going to do in this second match here. Wouldn't it be interesting if we could actually score a goal? I feel like we have to make that happen, and you guys just gotta trust me, it actually did happen prior to recording this video here. I have won a couple of matches in this game. I've also lost some, but I have definitely won some as well. So let's see if they're going to be able to score a goal here. They're definitely going to go for it. Look at this. Oh, they failed. Woo! Okay, that was kind of close. We have to get this ball out of here right now. So let's take this strong guy that we just upgraded, by the way. And let's fire this ball. And it actually didn't land as far away as I wanted it. But this might actually turn out for the better. I think we may be able to position ourselves in a way so that we can have a pretty good chance at scoring a goal. Well, not from here right now, but at least we can fire the ball all the way to the other end of the map. So let's do that. Did I just call the football lane a map? I played too many RPG, guys. This is just the language you start using if you play too many RPGs. Anyway, look at this. We have a good opportunity here. We can maybe take this guy. I wonder if he will have enough shooting power to actually score a goal, but we actually have a fair chance. Let's go for it. That was so close, though. It seems like every single time we're so close to scoring, but we simply do not have enough power, which of course is an indication of the fact that we have to upgrade our characters further. But, you know, we need more cards to do that, so we need to open more loot boxes, so we need to spend money on the game, or we have to wait even longer for that to happen. Let's see what's happening here, though. It seems like it'll be pretty difficult to score a goal from this direction here, so I guess my only mission right now is to get the ball away from here. This is a good position, though, but obviously they're gonna try to score a goal, and they actually did score a goal! No, and we were in overtime, so we lost the match. Oh man, so close though. I feel like this was a pretty close match actually, up until the point, of course, that they actually scored. But I mean, the first 90 seconds went by, and you know, and we hadn't lost in those 90 seconds. So pretty close call. I feel like both of us could have probably scored that game-winning goal. So as you guys can see now, we get thrown some in-app purchases in our faces, and that is one of my frustrations with the game as well. As someone who has no intention to compete with the best players, though, I am still enjoying this game, and I would encourage you to check it out as well if you're liking what you're seeing so far. It's a unique mix of gameplay elements, and it actually succeeds at innovating in the mobile space, which is pretty rare to see. Now, even though this game has actually been released for a few months already, there are a couple of features that we're still waiting for. One of them being events. Over here, they're just saying we're doing special events soon. We promise, just wait for it. And then the other one is the guild system, which of course in this game is called a club system. We don't have guilds just yet, and that is one of the main things missing from this game. A friend system, a guild system, something to let us interact with other players. That's certainly missing. Now, the good news is that it seems we are actually fighting actual other real-time players in this game instead of just bots. I honestly expected to be fighting bots, but most of the time I could actually interact back and forth with the other players, which is of course a pretty clear indication that they are actually players and not bots. Or if they're bots, they're actually some pretty clever bots because they were able to use emotes, which is the only way you can communicate in this game. Emotes that related very much to what was actually going on in the match. So if I were about to win and I used a happy face emote, they would use a sad face emote, for example. And in addition to that, I've also been pretty happy to see that we can customize our crest over here completely as we want without having to spend any money on in-app purchases or the like. This is something they could have easily monetized. You know, cosmetics are very hot these days, but they've chosen not to do that. And we can also pick any lineup we want. We currently only have 2 different lineups, but I imagine that we're going to unlock more of them as we level up and get further into the game. I'm using the Olympics, but I'm thinking of going back to the half moon actually, because it just seems like I won more when I use the half moon. So you can experiment with that on your own and let me know if you've already played the game, what your favorite lineup is. And with that said, it's time for the mobile gaming news of the day, which is not really related to mobile gaming exactly, but it's an interesting fact regardless, and I figured that some of you guys might find it interesting as well. So I read that Nintendo has now sold 34.7 million Switch consoles in total, which is 3 times as many as the amount of Wii U they sold. It's 10 million more than they sold GameCube consoles, and it's 2 million more than the amount of Nintendo 64 consoles sold. It's still far from the original Wii console, of course, sitting at 101 million sales, but who knows, maybe they will get pretty close eventually. I was actually surprised to see that the Switch has already sold 1/3 of the amount of Wii's sold in total, because there were a lot of Wii's. Like, everyone I knew had a Nintendo Wii back in the day. But have you guys ever owned any Nintendo consoles? And if so, which has been your favorite? Let's discuss that in the comment section down below. And until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.